Here we go. We're going to do bag A and B. And A is pretty much the diffs. I built a few of these, so this shouldn't be too bad. And then B is our shocks. Now, I've never done shocks this, taking apart of them, so hopefully it's not a whole lot different. These are much nicer than WL, so we'll get started. I'll probably come back or stop in whenever I see something I think needs to be talked about, something like that. So bag A should be all the diff pieces. So yep, we got 2 diff cases, the washers, housings, bearings, all the pins and screws. So I'll get all set up and be right back. Alright, that's step 1 with the diff. It's all greased. Got to do that once more and then pull the pins through. Now, it's a little misleading. I know that this piece goes on the inside, but the instructions leads you to look that way. Looks like it goes on top, but I know better. But anyways, so I'm going to do that once over, and then the bottom one is pretty much the same thing. You're taking your post, put grease in your pin. After it's in there, got to fit your washer in there and all that jazz, which I'm going to use the needle nose and do all that. And then it'll be putting the gears themselves in, and I'll be back for that part. So you got to grease it first, and I just use a little of my blue. Just give it a little dab, and I think that's to help make it grab. At least that's my theory. I'm sticking to it. I'm not sure if you can see in there, but that's been my problem getting it down further. So easiest way for me to explain it is this: when you're doing it, that line lines up with the hole, so use your tweezers, push that washer down good, and you shouldn't have a problem. The grease helps it stick when you put it in there, and it went pretty good. And then you just slap that on top. I'm working on the 4-way. See that the ridge line. So it says use diff oil. And what I do is, I do it. Coat the outside with oil and then pack with grease. Doesn't have to be jammed. You want a little movement there. This is gear oil, so I don't know what else is better than that, but then you take your 2 ends and you marry them. and there's posts on there to help guide you. Make sure you get it in there right. And, give it a little test spin first. Yeah, feels good. Be a little stiff till it works in good, but and then you use these itty bitty screws. So I'll button this up, then I'll do the same on the other. The very last step is putting these bearings on, and then we'll be moving on to part B, which is the shocks. So I'll come back when these are all buttoned up and we're ready for opening bag B. All right, so there's the diffs done. Let me tell you, these bearings, aerospace tolerances compared to the WLs. So here's a WL. Kind of see they're different. They're not the same size. They're a little smaller. This is one that blew up on me, but you get the idea. I think bearings are much nicer on these. They're way bigger. Look at the size of the bearing on that. The diff might be smaller, but the bearing's bigger. So there's got to be something to that. So that's step A. We're moving on to step B. All right, move some of this out of the way. B is our shocks. So we get to use my handy dandy. I printed these with my 3D printer. I did them for my WLs, obviously. I don't have any material right now, so I can't make any more of that stuff. But step all these bags out and see what we got in here. So B is building our shocks. So you got your rear shock, rear springs. So the springs I'm not going to need till the end, which is fine. We got our C-clamps, bushings, pistons, O-rings, caps. There's some more of those. There's those. So I'll get them all situated and we'll get rolling. Shouldn't be too bad. Put a few shocks together, but not mostly WL. So yeah, this won't look too bad at all. I'll be right back. All right. Oops. Shocks are all assembled. 10 side springs. Now it looks like they give you 1.2s, 1s, 1.2, 1.1 on the fronts. So they appear to be 0.1 off on each. So I'm going to use some logic and say that whatever I decide, I should probably be accordingly off. So I'm going to go with the lowest of the two. So we'll do the 1.0s and the 1.1s. Yeah, so it's just this part and then piece of cake, right? I'm sure everybody's done these before. So I'll be right back with well, whatever. You guys can watch. So it'll only take a second. And then that'll be it for this this installment. This will be episode 1, bags 1 and 2, or A and B 1 and 2. What was it? Home Alone with A 2. Whatever. Anyways, so these are front springs. Now the gaskets go around the bottoms there. Now these are the little things that you don't see. You know, this is the difference between a WL and, you know, it's these little gaskets, these little things. But oh, you got to put the gasket on first, there, Chief. After this, take a little break. Admire my work. So yeah, definitely after the first one I learned that gasket, it's easier to roll it over the top than to fight with it, trying to push it this way. So put your cup on first and then roll the gasket. Nice. 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 Pretty excited. I almost want to keep going. But this is going to almost wrap up video 1, so might as well finish up talking to you guys and talk about what's next. I believe what's next, if I remember correctly, is the front and rear suspension. That's our bag C and D, and that was tight. Might have to check that one out. It's not as fluid as these guys are. Oh, forgot to put this on. Look at that. It's like I'm a professional now. Beautiful. Yeah, I might have to take some oil out of that one. I think I'm going to do that before I do anything else. a couple drops. All right, that's better. That's much better. Yeah, a little too much. I like to leave a little. I like the flex, you know. I don't know if that's good or bad. Again, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just. So that's A and B done. So, yeah. C. So C is that. That'll be the next video. Come back and check us out. Hope you liked. It's going to be a slow process for me. I'm going to just take it one step at a time. Again, thanks for all the subscribers and everything. I didn't think I'd have a YouTube, you know, at my age, doing all this. Anyways, so this is gonna be a fun kit. Looking forward to finishing. So I'll see you when I see you.